Love, followed by China Beach.
This is ABC.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Stan Turner.
And I'm Kirstin Lindquist. Here's a look at the stories headlining Eyewitness News tonight. Residents in a South Minneapolis neighborhood are on edge after 2 murders this week.
It was kind of frightening to wake up and find somebody at your back door dead.
We'll have that story.
There's been another accident involving a school bus. You'll get details on that.
Plus, a St. Paul lawyer with a big mission.
Also tonight, get out those lottery tickets. We've got the winning numbers for you.
And find out if the Gophers were able to win one in the Dome tonight.
We will have those stories and much more coming your way next right here on Eyewitness News.
It's Dairy Queen, an American original, with the home-style double burger with cheese. 2 thick, juicy home-style patties with melted cheese. It looks, cooks, and tastes like homemade. Then try the Dairy Queen Blizzard flavor treat. So thick you gotta spoon it up. Have one blended with a candy bar, cookies, fruit, or nuts. The Blizzard at Dairy Queen, an American original.
We treat you right.
Hey, Donuts, I've been telling you about looking for a new car.
You have mentioned it, Napper.
Well, I mean, it's a lot of fun.
Fun?
Well, yeah, do you realize how many new cars there are just in the Twin Cities area?
I don't know. How many dealers are there? 140 or
Well,
so?
about that. That means a couple of hundred new cars at each one.
At least, plus used cars.
So we're talking 50 or 60,000
That's
cars.
a lot of cars.
Billions and billions.
Thanks, Carl.
And every one of them comes with some kind of incentive.
Special financing?
Low financing and all sorts of other neat stuff.
Yeah, lots of cars, lots of savings.
Yeah.
Coverage. Eyewitness News takes you around the world or around Minnesota. When Poland called on Democratic leaders to help set up their democracy, a Minnesotan answered their call, and Eyewitness News was there making sure you didn't miss any of this historic event. When you want news that affects you, turn to Minnesota's News Channel, Channel 5.
Only one station gives you more local news. Minnesota's News Channel, KSTP-5. There's something more in it for you. KSTP, Minnesota's News Channel 5. Now, live, this is Eyewitness News with Stan Turner, Kirstin Lindquist, sports with Joe Schmidt, weather with Phil Schwartz, and the entire Eyewitness News team.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you very much for joining us tonight. The search for a suspect in a South Minneapolis homicide continues tonight.
And that's the story that leads Eyewitness News this Saturday. Minneapolis police are investigating the second murder this week in the 3300 block of Chicago Avenue. On Tuesday, a neighborhood grocer was stabbed in his store and died 2 days later. Now, just 6 houses away, another murder, though this one involved a gun. Police have not yet been able to identify the victim, a white male, possibly 20 to 30 years of age, who died of multiple gunshot wounds to the head. Delbert Plentyhorse said he heard gunshots last night, and before that, somebody asking for help.
And this guy came up here, you know, somebody, please, open the door. Somebody, please, hope somebody's up.
Minneapolis police say that so far anyway, they have no known motive for the latest killing. We will, of course, continue to follow this story for you and bring you details as they develop.
Ramsey County officials have been given an extension to pursue charges against a man involved in a fatal traffic accident. This is an update on an accident that happened late Thursday night. The driver of this car and his 3 daughters were all crushed to death. The driver of this pickup truck is being held in jail in connection with those deaths. Authorities say an unofficial test put his blood alcohol level at 0.29, 3 times, almost 3 times the legal limit at the time of the accident.
And still no word tonight on the cause of a fatal plane crash in southeastern Minnesota near St. Charles. 40-year-old Wayne Hulsey of Pine City died in last night's crash. In the meantime, his wife is in critical condition. Their 2 daughters are listed in serious condition tonight at a Rochester hospital. Officials say the plane crashed as the family was returning home from Hulsey's 40th birthday party. 2 years ago, you might recall an Eyewitness News investigation called Trouble in River City. Well, there's trouble in River City again. For the 3rd time in 2 years, the State Revenue Department has ordered a reassessment of land values in the city of Wabasha and parts of the county after finding substantial irregularities. Tom Garrison reports.
An Eyewitness News investigation in 1987 first disclosed that a powerful Wabasha County commissioner had land values substantially lower than similar properties. That meant Commissioner Jack Fitzgerald got a significant break on his property taxes. Because of the preferential treatment, the State Revenue Department refused to allow the man who set those land values, Wabasha County Assessor Howard Fisher, to remain on the job. Now the Revenue Department says the county board appears to have improperly lowered property values for one of its own, Commissioner Jack Fitzgerald. In one example, the Revenue Department says values were dropped close to 95% for Fitzgerald, again giving him a break on taxes. Even before the latest disclosures, there have been those calling for the abolishment of Wabasha County as the only way to stop the political shenanigans. A Lakeville newspaper carried a full-page editorial last month calling for, quote, not one more hour of this preposterous government by King. Tom Garrison, Channel 5, Eyewitness News.
Commissioner Fitzgerald could not be reached for comment this evening, but he has consistently denied ever pressuring anyone to lower his property values.
Pro-life supporters took the spotlight all around the country today, including here in Minnesota. The pastor's protest against abortion was held at St. Paul Ramsey Medical Center this morning. 500 demonstrators were there, including pastors from several different denominations. More protests like this one are planned in the upcoming months.
As the leaves of autumn start to fall, yard work becomes a routine weekend chore. But soon, getting rid of the yard garbage will also mean more work. A new state law that takes effect January 1st will ban throwing yard rubbish away with other garbage. It will have to be bagged separately and taken to compost sites, and no yard clippings will be allowed in the landfills. A.Z. Jones of St. Paul says it'll be an inconvenience, but he agrees with the idea.
I guess basically you have to keep it separate. If you have garbage in a bag, you have to keep the leaves in one bag. But it would be a hassle as far as having to take it somewhere. As far as paying the garbage man more, if it's not too much more, I guess it wouldn't be too bad.
That new law will affect residents here in the 7-county metro area.
In news from around America tonight, a bus accident near Dubuque, Iowa that's being called amazing. Authorities say it's amazing no one was killed after the bus and a car collided on Highway 20. Aboard the bus, a junior high school band from Wisconsin on the way to a band competition. The accident sent dozens to the hospital. The driver of the car, which was trailing a boat, was most seriously injured. And 22 other bus passengers in Cleveland were hurt today while on a sightseeing tour. A tractor-trailer crashed into their bus, known as Lolly the Trolley, after the bus had broken down. 3 of the tourists were seriously injured. And a crowd estimated at more than 10,000 in Madison, Wisconsin today gathered together calling for the legalization of marijuana. It was called the Great Midwest Marijuana Harvest Festival, and some folks sampled this year's crop in full view of state and local cops. They were given misdemeanor citations. The rally was a peaceful one overall.
Well, then it's time to get them out. Take out those lottery tickets. We'll have the winning Lotto America numbers for you.
Plus, in just a minute or two, you'll meet a St. Paul lawyer who's taking a big step in taking on big business. Stay with us.
The Timberwolves Trail is brought to you by True Value Hardware Stores.
Thanks to a decision by Orlando to take the first pick in the expansion draft rather than the college draft, the Minnesota Timberwolves selected Pooh Richardson in the first round, Gary Leonard and Doug West in the second.
We've got very good versatility in our front line and with our players. We took those players based on a number of things, that they're tough, they're competitive, and that they know how to win and play team basketball.
The Timberwolves draft choices, a part of the Timberwolf Trail.
Season after season, proper yard care is easy with supplies from True Value Hardware Stores. This fall, give your lawn healthy protection for the upcoming winter with Green Thumb Fall and Spring Lawn Food, just $4.88. Trim a tree's extra growth with these Green Thumb lopping shears, only $10.99. And get rid of pesky insects with your choice of Green Thumb insect killers, just $2.66 each at participating True Value Hardware Stores and home centers.
Who gives you guaranteed morning delivery in the U.S. for just $8.75?
We deliver.
Delivery to over 95 countries worldwide for just $10.75.
We deliver.
With 46,000 drop-off points coast to coast.
We deliver.
Only express mail service from your post office. Because when it comes to sending it overnight or overseas,
we deliver for you.
if you bought a ticket in Wisconsin or Iowa for the Megabucks Lotto America jackpot, you may want to listen up. The winning numbers were announced just moments ago, and here they are. They're 8, 18, 26, 30, 42, and 46. And we'll repeat those numbers a little bit later in the newscast. Now, the jackpot is worth an estimated $5 million tonight.
A small St. Paul law firm has jumped into a colossal legal fight that puts it up against one of the world's biggest corporations. Quite a story. And the lawyer who heads this firm is quite a story all by himself. Well, tonight, I will introduce you to this colorful figure and the giant he's taking on.
And we have to pay them. It is a public disgrace.
He's a hard man to ignore, John Alexander Cochran, attorney at law. It's been said he resembles a refrigerator with eyebrows. True or not, John Cochran does cast a big shadow inside and outside the courtroom. And the stories about him, like that rug he likes to walk on. It's a trophy, really. Woven into the fabric are the names of 5 major drug companies he fought in the 1970s. He did well. The price-fixing case netted many millions for his clients and a few million for his law firm. It's his specialty, taking on the corporate giants. Some, he says, need to be humbled.
There are many, many instances in the law business in some of the cases we've been involved in. It just, you know, they just rip people off for millions. As I say, the burglars in Brooks Brothers suits.
Most of his suits are lawsuits, but once there was a bunny suit. That is John Cochran in the rabbit getup. He really did wear it in a federal courtroom to make a point, but that story for a later time. At this time, John Cochran is taking on yet another corporate heavyweight. His lawsuit is against Exxon and the big Alaska oil spill. Cochran is representing fishermen. He claims they've suffered devastating losses from the 11 million gallons of oil that gushed from the Exxon Valdez tanker.
I would guess that one could conservatively say at the present time there's a couple of $1 billion worth of damage up there.
Billion with a B.
Billion.
A couple of weeks ago, Cochran inspected the Exxon Valdez at her dry dock in San Diego. He knows his way around these vessels. He's a veteran ocean-going sailor with a chief engineer's license, and he gave the tanker a close going over, right down to that big boulder that wedged in the ship's hull when she ran aground last March. He figures the court fight could run 10 years. In the meantime, he and his partners will ply their knowledge of maritime law and try to build a winning case. And he expresses great admiration for the men and women who must sort out the whole mess, the federal judges.
There are 3 criteria to be a judge: patience, patience, and more patience. I have none of the 3.
Quite a guy.
Yeah, what's the deal with the bunny suit?
Well, as I understand it from John Cochran, things are not always as they appear to be. In other words, if it looks like a bunny, it's not necessarily a bunny. He's still got the rabbit suits in the closet. He's not wearing it anymore.
I don't think he looks like a refrigerator either.
That's what some people said. I didn't say that.
Right. Good report, Stan. Interesting. Well, this is a milestone weekend at Minnesota-based Carlson Companies. Just yesterday, company founder Kurt Carlson handed over the day-to-day operations to his son-in-law, Skip Gage. Well, tonight, Kurt Carlson and his wife, Arlene, formally introduced the new CEO and his wife at a black tie gala at the company's new world headquarters in Minnetonka. The 400 invited guests were treated to dinner and much, much more. And I guess now Glenn Miller's
Yeah, the Glenn Miller Orchestra is about to strike up the band out there right now. They could have held that thing outdoors tonight. It's so beautiful. You can't ask for much better weather here in Minnesota this time of year.
That's true. It was a picture-perfect day. Some thought it a day perfect for a picture as well, just like this artist. Phil Schwartz is up next to tell us if this Indian summer weather will stick around for tomorrow.
Trouble don't come around my door, and trouble don't stop here no more. Trouble, set me free. Trouble don't come around my door.
The United Way. Please, give what you can.
This week, turn coupons into cash savings. Scan this Sunday's newspaper for the Quad Marketing Coupon Insert and save over $23. Save on Whitehall Labs Maximum Strength Tristan Caplets. Save on Fabergé Aquanet, Organics, Cutguard, and Brute 33 products. Save on Alberto Culver's Mrs. Dash. And Duncan Hines Folgers, Crisco, and Jif products. Go shopping with Quad Marketing and save.
The only thing worse than a window insulator kit that won't stay up is one that's tough to take down. Ouch. That's why you want 3M window insulator kits with genuine 3M tape from the maker of Scotch brand tapes. They're guaranteed to stay up all winter, yet come down clean and easy in the spring. No residue, no damage. Look for 3M window insulator kits. The difference is 3M tape.
All Goodyear tires are on sale for just 15 hours only. 7 a.m. until 10 p.m. only at Twin Cities True Blue Goodyear retailers. Every Goodyear tire in stock is priced to sell. From high performance to all season. Tires for light trucks to tires for small cars and imports. Your Goodyear retailer wants to sell all the tires he can on Monday because he has to inventory what's left. Don't miss the big savings on Monday, October 2nd at your Twin Cities True Blue Goodyear retailer.
Could be your lucky night. Here are those winning numbers again for the Megabucks Lotto America jackpot. So check your tickets: 8, 18, 26, 30, 42, and 46.
Ah, shucks, we're all winners tonight, aren't we, with this weather, huh?
Yeah, if it were my number, I know I wouldn't still be here. I'd just get up and go. Great day today. Wasn't this just beautiful?
Yeah,
it was wonderful. 81 degrees this time of year. You certainly can't complain about it. It really was, because we had the nice breeze to make it feel from being too hot, and no humidity whatsoever. And tomorrow looks like another day, just the same way. High temperatures, low humidities, a gorgeous day coming up. Things really start to change, though, on Monday. Right now, outside, clear skies, 67 degrees, dew point 43. Relative humidity, 42%. Winds out at the south at 2. Barometric pressure, 29.82 inches, and it's holding steady. Weather Almanac, high temperature managed to make it up to 81 degrees. That's 6 degrees short of our record high set back in 1897. Low temperature this morning, 49. That's about 4 degrees above our average low of 45. Now, taking a look at the golf course today. There are a few people out. Great weather. I mean, if you're going to get in possibly the final round of the year, last couple of days it's been just sensational. This is out at Edinburgh Golf Course. You can see a couple people out there just teeing off. I might get out just one last time this year. If you do so, you better do it tomorrow, because Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday looks a little bit chilly. Let's look at high temperatures across the Midwest today. Very warm around here, but downright hot once you get across the upper plains from 95 in Pierre, Bismarck, 95, 93, a new record high for Rapid City, 90 in North Platte, 80s throughout much of Minnesota. Even Duluth got up to 77. International Falls today, 82 degrees. We have one more warm day coming up. Then you see this system off to our west. Actually, a couple of cold fronts. This one right here, that's the stronger of the two. That's going to come barreling through here probably early Monday morning. When you go to work Monday morning, when you first get up, it's going to be probably a few degrees warmer than when you head home, because the secondary front will probably get through here sometime mid to late morning on Monday. So get ready for some pretty big changes. Around here tomorrow, that strong southerly flow will continue, so expect temperatures once again up around 80 degrees. Here come those two fronts. The first one will make it through sometime tomorrow night, and the second one will then probably come through sometime during the day on Monday. High temperatures tomorrow back into the 70s, maybe even a few lower 80s once again. You can see that cooler air beginning to settle into the Dakotas. Places that were in the 90s today will only be in the 50s by tomorrow. Our forecast then for tonight looks like this. Mostly clear, breezy and mild. Low temperature 55 to 60 degrees. Wake-up weather, plenty of sun, temperature about 65. Then during the day tomorrow, we'll see the skies turn partly cloudy. It's going to be another windy and warm day. High temperature 75 to 80 degrees. Tomorrow night, mostly cloudy, few scattered showers, nothing all that heavy. Low temperature 50 to 55. On Monday, that's when things really start to change. Variable cloudiness, a chance of showers, windy and turning colder with temperature steady in the low to mid-50s. Looking ahead, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, it gets chilly around here. Look at those high temperatures in the 40s and 50s, and low temperatures in the 30s for the most part. Allergy alert, we still are talking about the ragweed, but it's going to start to fall on Monday as that colder air settles in, and could be all over as far as allergenic pollen by about Wednesday.
Are those highs below average when we start sinking a little bit, 40s?
Yeah,
50s,
our average high is about 65, 66 degrees, so we're going from 15 degrees above to 15 degrees
What happens
below.
further down the week.
Yeah. Further down the week, actually, we'll start to warm up as we head towards Thursday and Friday. We'll get back and hopefully.
So you can still get out and play golf at the end of the week.
Yeah, maybe by the end of the week. But this is last real summer-like weekend.
So if I read you right, about 95 by Friday.
Don't count it.
No, that's your golf score. Thank you very much.
I'd be happy.
Next up in sports, just a joke. The battle for the American League Eastville, the title anyway, is decided in Toronto.
And the Gophers were trying to bounce back tonight at the Dome against Indiana State. Joe Schmidt has the sports next.
A meter long-distance copier, or fax machine, can reach out and send a copy to someone in just 15 seconds. Meter, or we make our great copiers. Call 1-800-ABC-METER.
Believe it or not, winter is not the best time to buy your new Polaris snowmobile. The best time is right now, in the fall. Take delivery of your new Polaris before October 1st, and we'll give you $300 in free Polaris clothing or accessories. It's the Polaris National Open House. Don't let it pass you by. See your Polaris dealer today.
Menards is 29 years young. Come on and celebrate the savings during our anniversary sale. Forever is a long time, but these M-Code doors are guaranteed not to crack, split, rot, or dent for as long as you own your home. Just $199. Winterize with W.J. Dennis products, like this 36-inch aluminum door threshold for just $449, and air conditioner covers starting at just $279. The celebration is on at Menards' anniversary sale.
Save big money at Menards.
Hey, Donuts, I've been telling you about looking for a new car.
You have mentioned it, Napper.
Well, I mean, it's a lot of fun.
Fun?
Yeah, do you realize how many new cars there are just in the Twin Cities area?
I don't know how many dealers are there, 140 or
Well,
so?
about that. That means a couple of hundred new cars at each one.
At least, plus used cars.
So we're talking 50 or 60,000
That's
cars.
a lot of cars.
Billions and billions.
Thanks, Carl.
And every one of them comes with some kind of incentive.
Special financing?
Low financing and all sorts of other neat stuff.
Yeah, lots of cars, lots of savings.
Yeah.
Not a big turnout tonight at the Dome, and you're saying it's apathy?
Well, yeah, there are a lot of people waiting for the Gophers to turn things around, and maybe a few more performances like tonight will get a few more people out of the Dome. The smallest crowd to ever see the Gophers at the Dome saw one capacity performance tonight. 34,280 fans got a good look at number 39. Daryl Thompson had his best game ever for the Gophers. Minnesota beat Indiana State 34-14. Daryl put himself back in the Heisman hunt. First quarter, he broke loose in his 19-yard run to give the Gophers a 10-0 lead. In the second quarter, it's 4th and short. They give the ball to Daryl. He breaks it long. 27 yards. That made it 17-17, or 17-7 rather. Career touchdown number 34, a Gopher record. Indiana State made it a football game. Watch the pass to John Somm from John Story. Freddie Foggy was all over him, but he caught it for a 53-yard touchdown to make it 17-14. In the first drive of the second half, Thompson again. His third touchdown of the night, he ended up with 231 yards on 37 carries. The third best performance ever for a Gopher, behind 266 by Kent Kitzman and 233 by Marion Barber. The Gophers also scored when Scott Schaffner rolled in. The Gophers beat Indiana State for their second win of the year. 34-14, the final at the Dome tonight, and what a night for Daryl Thompson. The Gophers actually have a chance to string a few wins together. Next week they open the Big Ten season against Purdue. And John Gutekunst just has to call his old buddy Lou Holtz for a few tips on beating the Boilermakers. The top-ranked Irish had a picnic today against Purdue. Tony Rice scored on the 4-yard run. He also passed for 270 yards as the Irish put this game away early. Notre Dame forced Purdue to turn the ball over 8 times. Defensive lineman Jeff Alm has one of those dream plays. An interception return for a touchdown. The Irish all over Purdue 40-7. Second-ranked Miami survived the scare at Michigan State today. Gino Torretta has his pass picked off by Harlan Barnett. He takes it in. That tied the game at 20. Miami lost its starting quarterback, Craig Erickson, with a broken finger. Their kicker has a golden toe. Carlos Horta booted 2 fourth-quarter field goals, 4 in the game as Miami squeezed by the Spartans 26-20. Nebraska still rolling on. They beat Oregon State 35-7. Tennessee upset 4th-ranked Auburn. It was Michigan all over Maryland 41-21. Michigan has the best team in the Big Ten right now. Elvis Gerbach, they call him the king. He fires his touchdown pass to Greg McMurtry. Elvis fired 2 TDs on the day. Tony Bowles had a big afternoon for the Wolverines, too. Breaking free here, and he's gone. 64 yards. Michigan rolls over the Terrapins 41-21. The Wolverines are 2-1 on the year. Colorado looks awfully good this year. They beat Washington 45-21. Duke upsets number 7 Clemson. It was USC over Washington State. Alabama by a touchdown over Vanderbilt. Oklahoma big over Kansas. Look at this. Kansas State over North Texas State. That breaks a 30-game losing streak for K-State. Arkansas over UTEP in the 4th quarter tonight, 26-7. West Virginia has the lead on Pittsburgh in the 4th quarter, 31-28. Houston beat Temple tonight, 65-7, and North Carolina State all over Kent State. Big Ten football, Ohio State over Boston College, Iowa by 8 over Tulsa, and Indiana beat Toledo. Area college football, St. Thomas hosted unbeaten Concordia, 3rd quarter. Dave Carlson of Concordia breaks through. Nice run, 22 yards for the score. The Cobbers look tough in beating a good St. Thomas team 45-22. Other action, Carleton over Hamlin. St. John's all over Augsburg. It was St. Cloud State beating Northern Colorado. Moorhead State over Dickinson State. UMD in overtime over Morris. And it was Mankato State over South Dakota State 31-12. The Toronto Blue Jays have a reputation for being chokers. Well, the only thing they are choking on now is cheap champagne. The Blue Jays won the East by beating Baltimore in 2 straight in the Sky Dome. You have to feel sorry for Baltimore starter Dave Johnson. He gave up his 1st inning run when George Bell drove in Lloyd Mosby, and he was perfect the rest of the way through 7 innings. In the meantime, the Orioles built up a 3-1 lead. Cal Ripken rips this one down the line. A fan grabs the ball. The Orioles get the run. Baltimore went to the bullpen in the 8th inning, leading 3-1. They shouldn't have. Fred McGriff drives in a run. Toronto scores 3 to take the lead, 4-3. They needed 3 out to win the division, and Tom Henke delivered. He set the Birds down in order, gunning down Larry Sheets for the final out. Toronto wins the East for the 2nd time. They will play Oakland for the American League pennant. That series starts Tuesday.
We're in it now, and I think the fun starts now. The pressure's off.
It's kind of a nice emotional feeling. This ball club came a long way. We fought hard, but people thought we were out of it. It was a lot of adversity, but we fought through it, and now we're champions.
We came here with an opportunity to win a division title. One team was going to have to walk away disappointed, and we're walking away a little disappointed.
Still a pretty good run for the Orioles. As far as the Twins, 2 stories to watch this weekend in Seattle. One is obviously the Kirby watch, and 2, can the Twins win and finish 500? They need 1 win to guarantee it. Tonight they're up against the Mariners in the 4th inning. The Twins lead it 1-0. Kirby watch, so far, he's 0 for 3 tonight, folks. He only leads Kearney Lansford by 1 point at this time, 339 to 338. The Curbster has not hit the ball hard today. He's 0 for 3. It'll go down to the final game tomorrow. Oakland and the Twins, of course, have their game, and it could be the final at bat. North Stars wrapping up their preseason tonight in a real hockey town, Sacramento. They trail 2-1 after
throw that one off, too.
Okay.
Come on, Kirby.
Get with
He's throwing his scripts all over the place here.
It's all right. Paper airplane.
After we clean up, we'll be right back.
The cost of new homes keeps going up, so paint and fix up with help from True Value Hardware stores. Strip paint from wood indoors or out without gloves or special ventilation. 3M's safest stripper paint and varnish remover is just $10.99 a gallon. And this extra stable 5-foot wood step ladder from Keller is only $17.99. Then apply stains and oil-based paint fast with this Wagner Power Sprayer, just $59.88 at participating True Value Hardware stores and home centers.
Before Hormel created new light and lean Franks, there was only one way to cut the fat in a hot dog. New light and lean Franks, half the calories, half the fat, all the taste, from Hormel.
If you're using direct mail instead of television to deliver your message, ask yourself, When was the last time you threw a TV commercial in the garbage? TV advertising. You're spending for impact. Why not get it?
A group of special pilots has Twin Cities kids flying pretty high tonight. The Air Force Association is honoring the achievements of some past and present black Americans, including some of the original members of the Tuskegee Airmen. They were the first black pilots to break the color barrier in the Air Force. Tonight's ceremony is designed to give Twin Cities youth positive role models.
And finally tonight marks the 60th anniversary of the American Swedish Institute. And here in Minneapolis, folks are celebrating with a fun fest. The party includes food, music, and games, even a cakewalk, as you can see there. All the proceeds from tonight's carnival benefit the American Swedish Institute.
Tack så mycket.
Tack så mycket. Nu vi ska se sovgott.
Peter Hodenzi bitte. I don't know any Swedish. Try a little German. We gotta go.
Good
Gute
night.
Nacht.
1953, Earth experienced a war of the worlds. Common bacteria stopped the aliens, but it didn't kill them.